Hey everybody, want to do a little review here on ALF. First thing I want to do is we're going to do some volume analysis, and then we're going to talk about how you can, without using my algo, you can use some very effective volume analysis. But I want to show you how powerful my algo is as well too. So right off the bat, ALF gapped up in the morning. Now let's go and take a look at ALF, and 1 second, and let's just look at its float and its open short interest. Okay, so we're going to do this ALF. Okay, so you can see ALF 4% of the float was short, right? Which, that's nothing to really be too concerned with, right? The float is a very low float, 4 million. So that's really, 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 really important, okay? Remember, let's keep that number in mind, 4 million. Okay, so pre-market ALF did close to, I'm going to just change this to an hourly. Pre-market ALF did almost 18 million shares. Okay? Pre-market, almost 20 million shares. The float rotated 4 times. 4 times the float rotated. Okay? That's really important to keep in mind. Okay? Now, if we look at what happened on the open and we ask ourselves some questions, okay, how many shares traded from the open? Remember, this is the open here. Okay, how many shares traded? Well, maybe 5 million, 6 million, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 20 million shares traded. Price went nowhere. Okay, price went nowhere after 40 million shares at 10 times float rotation, right? Price went absolutely nowhere. Now, that isn't necessarily negative, but it's also not positive. Would you agree? In other words, after 40 million shares rotate, you would think that we would get this type of behavior, right, at 10x the float. But we didn't get that type of behavior. We got this type of behavior. Now, it's not bad. It's not good, right? This is good. That means get long, right? Keep getting long. This is not good, but it's also not bad. It's just neutral, right? In other words, if it was bad, the market would have done that and sold off. Does that make sense? On a 10 times float rotation. But it didn't. So it wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was neutral. Make sense? Okay? Now, I want you to pay attention to my boxes. The way the boxes work is that when you break out above the box, you get long. You put your stop on the other side of the box, and it's a version of the Darvis box system, okay? So let's watch for any breakouts of these boxes. So initially, there was a breakout short. You can see here, so that was a short trade, right? It came up, it touched it, and then another box started forming. Now, when another box starts forming, it's telling me the market is compressing, and you see that by the low volume down here. So now we're going to take another trade, either long or short, if we break out on the other side. There's the breakout, and boom, it just fires off to the races. Okay, beautiful, beautiful trade. Now watch the boxes again. Now we're getting more of what we would expect to see. Now this becomes a very, very positive chart, because now if we go back to our picture, now we're getting this, except now we're getting almost 20 times the float rotation. Okay? So now you should be thinking nothing but longs on this. Nothing but longs on this, okay? Watch the boxes. There's a breakout right there. Stops you out. That's unfortunate, okay? Another box right here. Breaks out right there. And catches that gigantic move. Another box right there. Okay. Breaks down, short there. Breaks long, so you break even on that one. You get short there, you get long there. See that? Short there, long there. Now fortunately, what I usually do is wait for it to close on the other side. So I was actually still in this trade. Another box. Okay, another box. That one didn't work. And then we get the breakdown right here near the end of the day. Now, that one actually, I took that one, and that one actually worked, and I actually covered this trade when this new box started to form. Because whenever I see a new box forming, it could mean a potential reversal, right? So whenever I see a new box, I covered it. And a new box right here, we break out, you see that? Another box right there, break out. Now again, I know I said put your stop on the other side, but really the way that I trade this is I wait for the candle to close outside the box. See how that's the entry candle right there. And the opposite is true. So the only way you can know that the box is going to break is if you wait for the candle to close on the other side of the box, okay? So that's the way that I trade it, okay? So in this case here, when this box broke, I was long from here, from 13 all the way up to 15 or whatever, however you manage that trade, right? And then this one right here, I got I lost on it again, right? It was, but remember, I'm really, after it started doing that, I was really only looking for longs. So even on my short trades, I was taking smaller size. And I was waiting for these trades right here for my larger size trades. And that trade I nailed at 13 to 15. Remember, once I saw that the volume was being confirmed by higher prices, the higher volume on higher prices, I was really only looking for longs. I did take this trade right here short, but it was very, very small size. But you can see, winner, this one was a loser, this one was a winner. Remember, you're looking for the box to close on the other side. It never did. That one was a winner, right? And then this one was a winner as well too, right there, okay? So 1, 2, 1 loser, 3 winners. Okay? At the end of the day, it actually broke in the after hours too and went all the way to 17. And now it's just tanking down. This will be a good short tomorrow. Okay, guys. So the takeaway from this is if you want to use the algo and use the boxes on the algo, you can head over to my website, and it's for sale right now for $4.59. Also, but you don't need the boxes really. Just watch the volume, right? Is the higher volume being followed up with higher prices? That's all you're looking at, right? So you see this high volume here? We go higher, higher volume. Now this is why I took the short, to be very honest with you. You see how when we made this new high here, the volume was really, really, really low? And I just got sucked into that. I thought that was a top for sure. Now, fortunately, I didn't take that big a size. But when we broke out again here, I knew that it hadn't sold off enough to be really too concerned with it. And that's why I got long again. Okay, love you all. Bye for now.